Cue music.
I don't want gossip and talk.
A cultural expression evolved by and for the youth of today.
A little bit spicy, but not too raw, you know what I mean?
A party that's fun for all.
Do you see what's happening to the youth of today?
Now here it is, your moment of Zen.
Daily Nugget.
You're listening to the Daily Nugget. It's daynugget.com for Friday, September 17th. I'm Andy, and we've got Sam with me, Janelle, and Jenn.
Hey.
And I wish we could turn this into an episode of Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Like chasing this crook across the world. But this crook didn't even make it outside of the bank.
It's true.
This is in California. A bank teller in California foiled a robber by convincing him that he actually needed to take out a loan, busying the criminal with paperwork until the police arrived. A man was arrested Wednesday afternoon. He said he had a bomb in his backpack and demanded $2,000 so he could pay his friend's rent. Then the bank manager suggested that he needed to take out a loan. She had him sit down while she said she was going to retrieve the loan paperwork. Instead, she called 911.
Nice. Did she get a raise? Oh, that's awesome.
Well, you think that she was doing that, to distract him, but probably, honestly, these bankers are on such quotas now. She probably needed really, literally, for him to get a loan, so she kept her job for another week. If you think about it.
Well, I don't know. I feel like my wife does that to me sometimes. Like when I'm trying to get away with something and she knows what I'm doing. She
diverts your attention?
She knows I'm trying to do something, but she's not quite sure what it is yet. She distracts me until she figures out what it is.
What does your wife use to distract you, Sam?
Sometimes yarn.
Yarn? Like a cat?
Yeah, like a cat.
So, I think it's funny because you read these stories all the time of, think dumb criminals, and you think, you know what? Isn't it good that criminals are dumb?
It's very good that criminals are dumb.
Because if they were smart, then first off, we would not have someone to laugh at. Because I think we can all kind of we can all have our disagreements about how to punish this person or whatnot, but we can all agree that this person is dumb.
Yes,
well, if they were smart, then they'd have a real job and they wouldn't need money.
It's true. Yeah, I don't know. To me, maybe it's just all the movies that I've watched in the past, but I feel like all bank robbers are just those guys that are looking for, a way to get rich quick and get away with it. Those are the same guys that try to get you involved in pyramid schemes. Like Amway.
My wife one time, and I was so mad about this, was when we lived in Sioux Falls, and, she didn't really have many friends, and so she was at the park with Joe when she still stayed at home, and there was this woman who started talking to her, and so she's like, I met this person. I'm like, well, that's cool. And she goes, her and her husband would like to have coffee with us. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And they want to tell us about their business, and I'm like, wait a minute. And she's like, well, I said we'd go, and so I'm like, all right, whatever. So, okay, first off, if you're gonna try to get someone into a pyramid scheme, can you at least pay for their caribou?
Oh, they didn't even pay for it.
They didn't even pay for it. I get there and they made me pay for my own coffee, and I'm like, whatever. All right. And the guy gives me this brochure and is really just vague about it, and he's like, have you heard of the internet? I'm like, yeah, I've heard of the internet. He's like, well, what we
Here's
do,
computers.
He shows me this brochure, and he's like, now we work with these companies, and it was like Nike and stuff. He's like, now we work with them because they can't, they don't have this part is what didn't make any sense. And I didn't question it because I was like, oh, okay, but I knew, okay, there's something weird. He's like, now, they don't have the ability to be on the internet as well as they'd like. So they give us the opportunity to sell the things that they make, and we, that's our business. And I'm like, okay. And I wanted to be like, no, I'm pretty sure Nike has a website that you can buy things from. And I'm like, okay. And so I'm like, well then, how do we make money? How does this work? He's like, well, you need to come to the meeting, and it'll explain everything. I'm like, I'm gonna say no. And so I didn't even get a free coffee out of it.
You gotta wonder.
And I just don't understand how people fall for stuff like that. What makes people think, you know what? I think that Nike probably needs my help selling their shoes on the internet.
Because it sounds too good to be true, and it's too easy, and they want a part of it. That's why people fall for it.
Everybody wants a piece of the pie.
Yeah.
But not everybody knows that the pie is rotten.
Yes.
Awful. There's just so many, and I don't want to say they're dumb. It's just too trusting sometimes. Yes, too trusting.
Yeah, inexperienced. Yeah.
Well, I've seen like 40, 50-year-old guys doing this kind of stuff sometimes, and you got to wonder, how have you survived this long?
I'm guessing some of it might be help from the government.
Yeah.
Just saying.
We're not going there.
I'm just saying. The government might be helping some of these people out. These are the people that need help from the government.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes you wonder, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
Well, if you have a multi-level marketing scheme you'd like to involve us in, or you'd like to defend Amway. Hey, they've got their own arena in Florida, Amway, you can send us a note.
Yes,
nuggetmail@gmail.com, or just go to DNugget.
Yes. Yes.
And if you'd like to sell Sam some shoes from Nike that Nike needs help selling, so buy them.
Please. I would love it if you would sell me some shoes, because I never wear them.